All right, yeah, since you're working, that's good. All right, welcome back. It's been 30 seconds since the first recording, but yeah. So basically, oh, my ping is not great. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go through and explain which one I chose and why. So yeah, Fire Nation, no, because it's too late in the plot. There is like the Southern Water Tribe, which apparently, I guess, gets a spoiler again for Avatar. If you haven't seen the Avatar, that's Airbender. I'm gonna be talking about locations that might spoil stuff and what happens. So, spoiler ahead. Okay, going back into it. So the Water Tribe, at least at the beginning of the show, it's like the first main location in the beginning of the show, but it's also like very barren. Like there's nothing like uh, I don't have to go that far, but like it's very barren. There's not much like there. It's like that's it. That's all you've got. Like there's like a thing there's like a ship that we can make and stuck in ice, but like that. Otherwise, that's it, right? So it's not even it's not that crazy really. Look at this. Also, yeah, the images for avatar pictures are very small. I don't like that. Um, yeah, so it's like nothing, right? Like it's just so we can't do Southern Water Drive. Like that's the introductory place, but we can't really do it. Um, Northern Water Tribe is this one. I'm going to talk about this one later because I think that's what really I go with. No Fire Nation. Earth Kingdom was interesting because like it looks good. Like look at this. Right, this is called Bossing Say. This is one of like the Earth Nation places. I think this is the main Earth Nation place. Like it looks cool and all, but like it's just what it is it's like a giant city, but it's like a bunch of houses everywhere. So like I see the houses, I'm like, okay, that's way too compact, right? Like look at this, look how wide this is in Minecraft, right? Like and like I don't want like it would just be you driving in between houses, right? It's just like it's just a normal ass city. Like it doesn't have to be Boston City. It could just be like any city, like in this time period or like in in this universe, where it's just like you just drive between a bunch of buildings, and that's just not something I care about that much, right? So and then like I saw this picture, and I'm like, I mean, I guess like maybe the road could be like the train tracks. These are train things, right? And like you can have like the main temple like right here in Minecraft, like up here or something, right? Oh, this fix. Um, like so yeah, like most of the track, if not all the track, or like most of the track could be like on the train track thing. But then like the width of the track varies. And it's like it's like there's a split route thing, and like it's weird. So it's an option. It's just I don't know, and like it'd just be you on a train track thing over a bunch of houses, right? It's just not. It's just I mean it's neat, I guess, but it's not crazy. It's not cool, right? It's not. I mean it is cool, but it's not like exemplary, right? It's just a city, right? So that's what I'm kind of against Boston today. It's just like if we were to drive between the houses, it'd just be like claustrophobic and just a bunch of houses, and that's not special. And it if we were to do like the train thing, it just I mean like it wouldn't be as claustrophobic, but like it'd just be like, look, you're on a train track thing, and look at the pretty big house up here, and look at all the small houses underneath, and it's like okay, sure. Um, See, I don't know anything about this or this. I think that's probably like episode 61 out of 61 probably. So I should probably finish. If I don't want to spoil myself, right? But like I mean, at the end of the day, I'm watching Avatar for this project, right? I'm if it wasn't bad enough that I'm putting in like I put in like 40 hours to like the construction of this thing. I'm also putting in like they're 20 minutes long each. That's like yeah, you can do the math. I'm putting in a lot of time to like look at this source material, right? It's a good story stuff, so like, I'm enjoying it. Spirit World, I don't know much about that. I think they talk about it for like 2 episodes or so. It's yeah, uh, and again, it just be forest. And if we're gonna do a forest, like Kratz is all like no one cares about a forest because like I was trying to talk about fourth layer, which is like a forest, and like there's also like a non-forest section that's not at all forest, but like I don't know how to explain it. Like here, let's just do uh, right. But he was just like no one cares about forest. Right. So like this does not look like a forest, right? Like look at it. That's not a forest. I think this looks pretty fucking sick, right? But like there is also like a there's like this channel I also wanted to have a part of. Um, But yeah, so it would be pretty cool. But yeah, it's like no one knows about Made in Abyss, and it wouldn't be very clickbaity, so we aren't going with it. Um, yeah, so Southern Wild Tribe is no, Washington State is no, Earth Kingdom no, Fire Nation no. So that leaves the air places and the water places, right? And yeah, you said no to Southern water places. The northern water place was the other main water places. There's like also the air temples, uh, air tribes. There's a cool one. I mean, this is neat, but again, like the problem is that we don't want to be too elevated. We don't want like elevation in the track. It's like if I had to add elevation, there's a few problems with that. One, um, you have to have boat utils. So that means that like, for instance, here, um, I guess here I'll just this wouldn't work. We'd have to relab this, right? Like, so this slows you down when you go up. This helps you go up. So like we could just like add, whatchamacallit, like a normal staircase that we can use boat utils for. But like it's just then that fucks up the labbing and I have to relab and that's just annoying and then like it's just and also Cyberbolt gimmick won't work as well because then like instead of just like bumping their boat you can maybe like ride on top of them and like that's just weird. It'd probably still result in the bump, not gonna lie, but like it's not that great. And then like the main problem though I have is like we have to go downhill. If you want to go uphill, you're gonna have to go downhill also on the track. Excuse me. And if you go downhill, that means you lose speed. So like this is primarily a blue ice track, right? So if it was all packed ice, then like it'd be okay because like right now boat util's airspeed is packed ice airspeed, right? Or like I believe that yeah, it's just like packed ice attributes like packed ice friction, packed ice acceleration, etc. So if for instance we made this right here a downhill, then you would lose a bunch of speed, and then that would possibly mess up the labbing right here, depending on where the downhill was, right? Or it's just stuff like that. And I'm just like, I don't want to make this a boat utils track either, because I want this to be like accessible. Like I want my tracks to be most like accessible to like everyone, right? Except for like WLCBA, like that's clearly like a boat utils track. Like I'm okay with making boat utils tracks, but I don't want this one to be one, right? And besides, like we don't want the off-season calendar to be only boat utils tracks, and we don't want it to be all flat tracks. Like we talked about this. We want one, maybe two tracks in like the 5-6 track calendar for off-season 2 to be boat utils. But we already have one in development right now, but with Jolly. This is F-77 Cyberseed, Cyberpunk 2077 themed. So yeah, like we already have one of those in development, and I don't care to add another one. I'm on the train of one boat utils track. This is spicing things up for that one race. Yeah, like this is crazy elevation, right? I don't want to do that. So that's one of them. There's another one. I think it's a Western Air Temple or Western. Yeah, this one stood out to me when Kratos was sending me pictures. Like, it looks cool, right? Like you have a cliff face, right? Like a arch hangover cliff face. And then like under like upside down whatchamacallits, like buildings and stuff. That'd be cool. But then I looked at it and I'm like, how am I supposed to like so going back to Minecraft. So let's say that this straightaway follows like the houses on the cliff. Then what about the rest of the track? Is this just in the air? Where does this go? Like does this go underground or like inside the cliff? And like that I don't think that's in the anime. It might be in the anime, but I don't think it really is, right? And it's like, this looks cool and all, but like it's just, can we really? It'd be possible, but then it's just, I don't know. Okay, okay. Now I'm reconsidering. Now I'm looking at this. Okay. So I thought it was like a straight line of houses or buildings, but like they do stick out. Like some stick out more than others. Like that one picture from the Minecraft one. You can see this one's like way back there. This one's like way ahead, right? So maybe it'd be possible, but then like you just have road floating in the air. Like we have to do something about that, and then I don't know. Like it's actually an option, right? I'm actually gonna consider this a little bit, because yeah, like it is cool. There's not many tracks like it, so I think it would be neat. I think and Metropolis, that's a kind of similar kind of thing, where it's like floating. the buildings in that metropolis aren't like mounted to anything. There's chaff floating. Um, but like similar concept of like you go from you go from like building to building to like on the back of a ship to another building, right? And like, you know, I think it's a pretty cool track for decoration. So like it should be possible actually to do this. It's just I don't know. But yeah, then that I don't think there's any like other at least notable air tribe things, and then that leaves the water tribe, right? So we already talked about the southern one, and it's just like a fucking like it's a dinky small ass thing. I guess it might grow after the episode like 60 or something. I don't know where they got this picture from. But yeah, I'm mostly looking at the northern water tribe, right? And that's like it's there's a few problems with it. The main problem is the elevation. Um, you can see it's basically let's see here. It's a flat. I can't zoom in that well. I can try. Um, yeah. So it's a. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's a flat area, but then like there's a hill, and like this is the main area I'd want to talk about. Like main area I'd want to do is like this hill area, right? And like we go into this temple thing. There's a thing behind the temple that I'd want to do, but like there's elevation, so like we'd have to. Uh, like it looks cool. There's no like, I mean, there are tracks I could actually think of. Like there's already like snow tracks, but I think it'd still be a cool addition. Like right, and another good thing is that it's pretty early on. Right, that's another problem with this. This is actually like this is like episode 50. Like this is pretty late now that I think about it. Yeah, they don't even like show this early on. Yeah, all right, maybe I go with northern. Okay, maybe I go with this. Yeah, yeah, this is episode 20. This is pretty early, right? Um, so I think honestly, yeah, that might be the play. But yeah, you can see the elevation, right? And that's the main problem with this. This is the elevation. Um, so we have a couple options. One, um, the main problem I have with elevation is that like you lose a lot of speed, right? But we can mitigate that by only like doing a couple one block drops. So like there's like hardly any elevation, but we can still like show like the different tiers and stuff, and maybe like climb up a little bit to like go up onto here, right? Um, that's an option, or we just make it flat, and or we make the surrounding area um like elevated and stuff, but we make the track flat. So then there'd be like filling bits of track, and like we might like have to indent the track into the floor, which is kind of sad, right? Um, but I mean, it might be possible. Actually, if we, ooh, we can. So like yeah, so like the indent the track bit, right? So like that's basically saying let's say that there's like an uphill right here, right? So like this is like we're going uphill towards this temple right here, right? Then what we could do is like say, okay, so like at first, let's say this is like snow, right? Um, at first we're at ground level, right? Like we're driving like on the road, but then like eventually we can the thing I was talking about was like, okay, yeah, it goes up once. Now like we're like one block under the road. It's like we're like indented into the ground, and like again, it would happen like more that way, right? It wouldn't be like this steep, right? But like it would eventually go up another block, and like we're 2 blocks in. What if instead we just like do we can make part of the track go into this water, like the streams of water, right? So yeah, like the houses and like the walkways can be as like you can elevate those, but like the water can stay one height, right? Or like we can at least apply that concept of like you know we're going inside the river, which I think one would lead to a different atmosphere. Like instead of like driving around the houses for like the whole like bottom area or like the whole time, like we can have like a straightaway or two that's like in the water, right? Like in the water stream, right? And that like it's like part of the track we're in the water stream, part of the track we're like in the temple, part of the track we're in the koi pond area, part of the track we're going around the houses, right? And part of the track we're like in like the super wide open area, right? Like it would add more diversity to like where you're driving around, right? Like going in the water. So I guess that is an option, right? I wouldn't know how to really I know how to go into it, right? Like I know like we can just make this entire straightaway like along a water thing, um, right? We can make it the whole thing go along a river kind of thing, and then like they're on land right here, and then like they just drift into the water, and then yeah, and so on. Right? We already have water right here, right? So like it's kind of more understandable, right? So that is an option. And then yeah, like my first thought when I was thinking, at least today, was there's this koi pond, right? And it's pretty cool. This thing right here, right? Let's see here. Yeah, so like there's like there's two koi fish right here. Um, and I was like, oh yeah, we can just put this right here, right, and put the pond right here, and like you drive on the land, and like you have like a bridge like right here, and the bridge like right here, and like that's what got me up, and like on the like at the computer this morning, I was like, ooh, I can like brainstorm that because I think that's a pretty neat concept, right? Um, so yeah, I'd want to do that. The problem with that though is that like so the koi ponds. So how it basically works is that like you have like the main temple building, right? Um, main temple building. This is like very small scale, by the way. Um, so you have the main temple building, and like you have like the whole wall because it's surrounded by like a giant iceberg, right? But then the koi like it's like the main water tribe is like over here, right? Like this is like where all the houses are and everything. But like the koi pond is like symmetrically right in the middle, back here, um, right? It's like right in the middle of the temple. So like if you look at it, if this is the middle of the temple, like left to right, then that means this has to be the temple like right here. So then we either like we have a couple options here, right? We can either just have the koi pond not be symmetrical and like miss the temple, and then like koi pond is like right here, which is not symmetrical, or make koi pond right here and then like the temple is huge, right? Which is also like it's possible. Both of those are possible. I'd lean more towards the second one, where it's like giant temple, because I already thought of like what this path could be, like what this path would be, and like you need the temple. But yeah. Another problem with this though is that I would want this straight to be like if you look, let's see here. I'd want this to be the main straight this way. That's a terrible picture for this. Like this main straight. That's what I was thinking for this, right? But like that has elevation, and like I don't know how I would do that at all. Like because we don't have like the water. Like I guess we could do like a water stream thing, but like that's not. I mean I don't know. Maybe we could. If we do, this is the koi pond, symmetrical, so that the building is like symmetrically in the middle with the koi pond, right? Then this should be the main downhill thing, and then like this would just be like a water stream out. That actually can work. Yeah, and then fuck around houses here, mess around houses here. This actually might be like one of the wide open areas, because there are some wide open areas. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Like, I don't think at the end of the day this is going to be very accurate to the show. Like, there's no way that if I wanted to make a track that has decor that's like 100% accurate to the show, I'd have to make the decor first and then make the track around it. Like, or I'd have to make super a bunch of compromises on the track. Like, be like, okay, we're completely remaking this. Like, we're making this like a straight, bro, and like we're gonna like design up uphill, and we're gonna say fuck the gimmick, and like we're gonna like redo this section. Like, I'd have to redo everything, right? And that I don't want to do that, and like because I think the track is good the way it is. And I think changing it would probably make it worse. So I don't want to make compromises in that department. And there's elevation in the actual build. So like I think we're just gonna have to deal with it. There's the other option because I mean it's uphill for like this like superior section, right, like right here, but it's kind of flat for the rest of it. So like there is also the option just like not even going into the temple, like the main big house temple, but like one, the koi pond is behind it, so I want to go there because I think it's a cool location, and two, like the temple is like where a lot of stuff happens. Like I kind of just like want to interact with the temple rather than just like it's like instead of this being the city, with like the fat city, I want like this to be the city, and like you at least interact with the temple because like that's what it's about, right? You're not like the avatar like like they do interact with like the city bit, but like I think a lot of this action goes on at the temple, and I think it's just like if you have the temple like up here in the background, it's just kind of like lame, right? It's just like okay, I guess it's there. It looks cool, but like okay, like, we're just driving around houses for like all of this track, and it's like, well, okay. I mean, it wouldn't just be houses, right? Like if you'd have like the wide open area, there'd be channels of water. It'd be neat, but like I want to integrate the temple somehow. So yeah, I'm thinking temple up here, maybe water out here, and then like open area and houses here. I think that could work. There was also the option. Like I was thinking about this a lot before I started recording. Then I realized I should probably be recording this, because it's my thought process right for all of this. So yeah, I'm still going over right now the stuff that I've thought of before starting recording, um, except for the water path thing that just came to me. There was also the option of like doing the koi ponds here and like doing the temple here, and like drive around the temple, and then like around the koi fish for this route. But like one, that's like asymmetrical, right? So that's koi pond, fish, koi fish pond, and like here's like the temple is not symmetrical unless it did this, which I guess is also an option. But like it's just like you don't really interact with the temple that much at all. Like they get like if they did this, I guess they would drive through it for a split second, but like that's it, right? And then also like how do we treat the rest of the track, right? Like you have to like leave the temple here. I guess like I maybe work, but then like what's this? Is it like a fat patch of land that you can just drive across with this? I think it's all like curve based. It's like a circle kind of curve based area. So like a straight thing like this, when the surrounding area is like a curve like this, wouldn't make too much sense. Right, and it's just like, and also like looking at like this is like not a good reason, I'll admit, but looking at like a world map or something, it'd make more sense for like the, because like if you look at this, right, the upper section is like at the top, like north on the map, right, or like north on the picture, right? I don't know, like not actually north, but like like upwards, like into the screen, that way, right? So I kind of want to have a similar thing where like it's upwards on the screen, it's that way, right? That's like the main temple bit of the thing. So like that's kind of like another reason. It's not admittedly like I don't think it's that good of a reason, because it's not like we're gonna like look at the map and be like, yeah, this is it, right? But yeah. I don't even think there are like water streams around. I guess looking at this, there kind of are. Um, let's see here. There are these water streams going by. So like, I guess that could work. Yeah. Oh, hello. Whoa. Uh, is it like control? Oh, that's how it works. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So like, you have these water streams that can maybe work, right? And yeah, there are also like this giant cliff face of like ice, and like that'd be neat to like just have around the track. Um, but yeah, so I mean, I think current fan is like the track is not going to be this whole space. I think it's just going to be like this triangle right here, um, and then like we have like a matching side over here, and then like the walls go like around here probably. That's my guess. Because like if we're making the koi pond thing right here, there's always going to be space over here that's unoccupied, right? And like I want to involve that. So I think yeah, it's not going to be like a whole area. I think it's just to be like this triangle bit, right? Yeah. Let's try to use the water streams when we can. Like, it's not going to be exactly this layout, right? There's not going to be water streams going this way, like this way on the map. I'm just gonna have to like take different parts of the map, like for instance the fact that there are a water stream, and be like, okay, there's a water stream going this way and this way. Is it on the map like this actually though? No, it's not. It's not actually like. It's not actually like. I guess you could say like this water stream and this water stream kind of make that like triangle, but like fuck whatever, right? Or like the elevation bits, like they normally are like right here, but if I have to do them like right like this, then whatever, right? I'm gonna have to just like. It's not going to be exactly like if you have a super tryhard Omega Avatar fan, I don't think they're going to like be super satisfied by this. They're going to be like, oh my god, look, it's like this and this, but like if they look closer, they're going to be like, oh wait, like it's not actually the layout at all. Like this temple is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be here, or etc. But I think that's gonna have to be how it is. I don't even think that there are many like super Omega Avatar fans in our boat racing group, like of like the racers that are probably gonna take part in the off season. I don't think that many of them have like actually watched Avatar, let alone like are super Omega fans of it. Um, so I think that department's gonna be okay. But like I think the beer department, there are gonna possibly be some like salty people that are like, oh my god, this isn't right. But like, I can't do everything, man. Like I'm not God. I'm human. I can only do so much, right? I'm also unpaid, right? Um, yeah. So I'll do what I can, but I think that's the general game plan. I'm probably gonna go to the tablet and then like record and like just kind of lay out what the plans are. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that probably. Thanks for watching. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Bye bye.